We've talked about getting some weapons for Deshaun Watson, some explosive plays in this offense. These are potential wide receiver cap casualties for the Browns. Keep an eye on this from Browns, or from the Orange and Brown report, rather. DeAndre Hopkins, you see the cap number, $30.75 million. It'll be interesting to see. That's a guy that has played with Deshaun Watson, as is this guy, Brandon Cooks. Cap number $26.4 million. Keenan Allen from the Chargers, $21.7 million. His cap number. Adam Thielen, 32 years old, from the Vikings, $19.9 million. This one is really intriguing. Michael Thomas really hasn't been on the field in a couple of years. Cap number $13.5. Robbie Anderson, at $12 million. And then Tyler Boyd from the Bengals, $10.25 million. They have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins coming up. So, Tom, those are the expensive tier. Do you see Andrew Berry and Paul DePodesta going for a Ferrari to add to this offense?
Yeah. I was going to say, that's an enticing menu of entrees right there, wasn't it? And boy, don't you see, Dave, how what this offense could be though with that second guy, right? I mean, people have wrung their hands all season long about how far away this Browns team was, and I heard that from friends during the playoffs, that when they were watching these playoff teams, there was lamenting the fact that the Browns don't have that second wide receiver. Never mind that third wide receiver, which so many teams have. So clearly it's an absolute point of emphasis in this offseason. And I think, part of it too, as we talked about earlier, is seeing what kind of upside you have and what you do have now. But you're right. I mean, there are going to be those guys that are going to become available because they get priced out on the teams that they're on. The Browns have a very same dilemma at certain positions as well. So, the good thing is that there's going to be opportunity out there. That's not to say too that you're not going to be able to find a good wide receiver in the second round of the draft, or if you're able to package something together to move into the bottom part of that first round of the draft as well. But the free agents and the cap casualties are going to be out there. I think it's important too, Dave, in watching these playoffs, and I know it's a big reason why the Browns signed a guy like Jakeem Grant last year, or why they were intrigued by a guy like Anthony Schwartz. You need that twitchy, fast guy. And the Browns really lack that right now, right? I mean, you watched both the Eagles and the Chiefs on Sunday. They both have that player that they can put him in motion on jet sweeps, or somebody that they can stretch the field with. The Browns don't have that right now. Not to say that Grant can come back and take over punt return duties and maybe get on the field a little bit for you. I know they don't want to give up on Anthony Schwartz. They like the kid a lot. He's a hard worker. They've worked with him in terms of kind of having him overcome some of those mental hurdles that seemed to be getting in the way for him last year. So they still are holding out hope that he can become what they need him to be. But hey, there's plenty of wideouts out there. Again, there's no reason why they can't go out and find a guy again that's going to complement Amari Cooper.